We have a custom order, a Cigar Box Guitar.
We've been busy lately working on a custom ordered 6-string cigar box guitar.
Our customer requested Telecaster controls and pickups.
We're using Telecaster donor parts and donor hardware from a Leo Jaymz Telecaster kit that we're actually upgrading.
Stay with us till the end to see what we came up with.
And a good sound check.
For this custom order, we decided to work on a new design and make templates along the way to speed up future builds. Deb and I are cutting out red oak and walnut planks to 12 by 9 by 2.5 inch high boards.
Oh, good. Let's
Clean up, Kyle, Debbie. Need a upset.
taxi.
I'm using my new Rockler box joint jig on my homemade router table to notch 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch fingers.
So this is the template I have for cutting out the neck slot for the PRS-style necks. And I've got a line up here in the box, and we're just going to route out this slot. Make sure these are on good and tight.
Gluing up the box joint now using some box joint clamps I've got and some good old tight bond wood glue. Sanding down the boxes now with my DeWalt hand sander. I'm working on the walnut one that I also was building right alongside the red oak one. Walnut one didn't quite turn out. I'm saving my sawdust to make a fill paste to go between the fingers of the joints to give it a nice smooth appearance. Alright, so to get a better label, walnut. Oh. I'm making my filler out of even parts sawdust and wood glue, and I'm just using, just a flat piece of wood here just to spread it like it's a putty knife. I laminated some scrap wood and I'm using it as a neck block that the neck will attach to the box and the neck will actually be glued and screwed to. Right now what I'm doing is just cleaning up the sides with a 45 degree, just taking off some weight because it's a little bit overbuilt as it is. Using my calipers to measure the neck and start drawing out on the top piece where I'm going to be making all my cuts for the neck relief, pickups, where the bridge is going to go, etc. The top and bottom pieces are both 1/16 of an inch birch plywood. Now I'm going through the painstaking process of getting the neck to line, just using my clamps and the rulers to just try to keep everything at perfect angles. This is never an easy part of building a prototype. But after I clamped it up, I let it sit overnight. And here's some nice stills of it. This piece I'm working on here is actually a bridge plate, and it's going to be going underneath the top piece. It basically supports the bridge itself, and you'll see a little drawing here in a moment, exactly how it goes in. Just two 45-degree angle cut pieces and a 8-inch piece of hardwood. This one here is pine, but the other one I did was a piece of walnut. We know what happened to the walnut one. Piece is 8 inches long approximately, and 2 1/4 inches thick. So my next step here is I'm going to go ahead and trim my box close, and then I'm going to come up behind when I'm all done with the trim router to get it nice and flush with the edge. But I'm going to get this excess here out of the way, and then I'll start looking at where to place controls and what I'm going to do for a pick guard. Underneath this top plate is a piece of walnut bracing, as you can see in the picture here. And it's time to start working and glue the top on. Here I'm measuring the back piece for making my own little template to cut out we'll call it an access hatch in the back of the box.
out.
And both the top and the bottom were clamped up and left to sit overnight.
Got some on there?
Just for my gloves.
Oh, yeah. Mineral.
Deb came by to help me put a good stain on this one. The base is called Sedona Red, and then at the end we went over it with some
Get a
ebony.
little bit of a sanding anyway, so as long as it's not deep. Here, I don't have gloves on it, but. Tell where it was. Yeah, just on the side right there. There you go. Not so much worried about the binding, but yeah, here you go. Perfect. That's the staining. So I should have towels down. I want to do this all over the place, I guess. A little bit better. All right.
Forgot about it twice.
Deb's putting the finish on the back access hatch plate.
Random bag of screws with these. I don't know what all these are. Oh, these are just a different. Oh, this was with the whole kit of these. Okay, that's what it was. And I was probably using the gold screws. I have denied you your power tool, haven't I?
You sure have. It's right here with a drill attached to
Yeah.
it.
Some of the stuff you might be easier by hand though. But to get it started, these are good. I did notice this thing starting to strip out when I was trying to drill with it. No, I was trying to screw something in really hard with it and it started stripping. This was a gift a boss gave me a long time ago. Surprised it's actually lasted this long now. It's about 7 years of pretty heavy use. So I guess I'll give a shout out here to Hitachi. You know about Hitachi, right? They make a lot of good products in your world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Hey, that was extemporaneous. Come on. That was unprepared material. With actually, stubby. This is what stubbies are for. Get a good torque. Make sure you're in there. Yeah. Oh yeah, we're in there. Okay. That neck ain't going anyplace. And if it does, okay. So now it is trail plate time. So there is a piece of wood going here just for the bridge and stuff to have that actually couples. That goes. I had to give it some support.
Yeah.
So I made it to where it has a notch
For the wire.
for the wire, and then it's got the hole in it. So basically, feed this down through, and then we may need to open these screw holes up a tiny bit before we put the screws through. And I'm gonna find the right ones for that. Okay. So that we're still gonna come back and fix this after a little bit. But I'm not so worried about that right now. What I want to know is this damn thing works. So, it's supposed to be leg for leg. Thank you, Leo Jaymz, for your donor hardware and making your wiring super simple. I really don't like to solder when I don't have to. Okay, so other than a cosmetic fix, oh yeah, here. You need a screwdriver with this one. That screw one to be wonky if you don't mind taking care of that one on your end. I was having trouble getting it started, so maybe the head of the screw may be busted off. Okay.
Pretty.
That's starting to look like something, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is the vision I had, just to see it.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, even though I know I still got this one problem I got to overcome, I'm not that worried about it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a break and we'll come back and we will carefully string this thing outside strings at a time and put tension on it and listen for any
Cracking.
cracking. It's string up time. Let's test this thing out. And there's the first one I built on the screen. It just went away.
Look at my. Sorry.
Beep.
Distracted by my own.
That doesn't happen to me.
You don't get distracted by your own.
Okay, where were the strings they gave us? Because I think I'll just throw those on first. Right here. And then when I go to actually do the setup on it is when I'll put the nicer strings on. But you know, when I got surprised with the last set of strings I got, that actually didn't sound bad. So these might not sound bad. Whoop. We almost strangled the knob.
Brilliant.
Okay. Nice slide guitar. Okay, not worried about tune. I'm worried about, does it make a sound?
So next, this one then.
Mm-hmm. We can test now before we get too far.
Nice. Yeah.
Okay. That's volume, that's tone. No, that's volume, okay. Okay, what I'm worried about. Oh, let's go in now. Okay. It was just.
It's always the thin ones I have a problem with. Just the
That's
rough
what she
ones.
said. This is the next thinnest.
Okay, good. I had the right
Yeah.
one. Yeah, hold her down. Don't let her squirm.
This is the G string, by the way. You tell me when it's in tune.
Terrible. Too.
That was
Terrible,
again. That
Bill.
was a horrible, what I call dirty dad joke. That was horrible. Pick up.
Well, now that it's just us patrons.
To the day I die.